You ever have that one sneaker you watch for months, just waiting for the price to finally make sense? For me, that was the Puma Skope Black, Skepta's last training with Puma.
All the colours were fire, but for me, like as a shoe, I feel like the blackout is the one, innit? The Skope final boss.
Every week I was checking the sites like a morning routine, just seeing if the price is going to drop. You know, I look at it and I think, nah, it's still too pricey. I look at it again, I thought, nah, it's out of reach. Let me hold off. Because one of the things is I bought the previous Puma Skope and I found that they did drop. But I kept looking and one day it happened. The price dropped. It was like I wake up one random morning, check the page like usual, and boom, the price dropped. Not a small markdown. A proper, okay, now we're talking moment. And once that happened, I had no excuse left. I thought to myself, yeah, I better pull the trigger because it is the last Skepta collab from Puma and probably this is the best price to buy this at.
Skepta, Big Smoke, Grease.
So if I'm going to buy it, it has to be now. I have to buy it. So I did. I pulled the trigger and I grabbed the pair. This is the bargain of the year.
Royal Mail.
Royal Mail. Thanks, mate.
I open it up straight away. I'm analysing the design, having a look at this, thinking, you know what? This is what I've been waiting for. Oh my days. Yeah, this is really nice. Really nice. Wait, hold on. Let me get both of them out first. Put this to the side. Look, I wasn't expecting the box to be any different, but slightly I wanted the box to be different only because it's the final one. But this box is definitely different from the rest anyway. So, but it's typical of the Skope trainer. The silver with the black logo, with Skepta's logo and Puma's logo, which is quite nice. So here it is. Here it is, the Puma Skepta Black, all black. And the main features or the main differences to the original Skopes or the other Skopes, so I've got granola, is the material is pure leather up top. And the leather don't look too bad. It is a smooth leather. You can smell the fresh leather. You can smell the glue as well on top of that. Other things that I really like about this particular Skope is the fact that the shank is plastic. So before I thought it was metallic and I said that, but I soon corrected when I realized I wore them for a bit and you can see it wear away and you can see it was plastic which is painted on rather than a metal piece of material. Now if they made it almost like a chrome black finish, I think that would have made it more luxurious, so to speak, made it more premium in the way it looked. But yeah, this is not bad at all. You got this. Now, if you know, you know. So you got this and this. You can see it there. So you got the Puma logo tabs, and you got one which is red and one which is green. Now, I did hear Skepta say this. This was a feature which he probably wanted to align with almost like the school shoes. So you can look at this train and you think, oh yeah, it is a school shoe type look, but because of the way it's designed, it's a bit more than that. It's not a school shoe design. It's not one of those typical bland looking school sneakers or school trainers. This is a bit more than that. It's a black trainer. It's one of those stealth looking trainers, but it's got that design, the PG painting design with the king trainer, the Puma Kings. You know, you got that look, which is different. It's definitely different from all. But those two tabs symbolizes, now let me get this right, symbolizes this kicker logos. And kicker logos were typical, or the moccasins, I think they're called moccasins. They were throughout school, everyone had a pair apart from me, because my dad wasn't on that at all. I wore whatever he decided to buy, in some cases it wasn't great. But I do remember, I have to give him props. I remember he bought me wallabies, and I remember wallabies, and I was so proud of these wallabies. And my sister got desert boots, and she enjoyed those desert boots. I remember, and when I was able to wear them to school, I was like one of the crew, if you know what I mean, because I was wearing something which was trendy, which was very rare. But anyway, I'm not even going to delve into that anymore. So on foot, and I've talked about this in my previous videos, and I'll put them at the end of the video if you haven't seen my previous video, but the comfort is solid.
Stood tall with my back against the wall, 10 toes down, they expected me to fall. Didn't see a soul when I sacrificed it all. Where they at now, cause I can see it when I ball. I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in. I got dependents who depend on me to win. Bet on myself, so I just double up again.
Shooter size, no issue. It still has that feeling of a wider toe box area. So I even think that wide footers, you won't have a problem with this trainer at all. Also, it is shooter size because your toe is near the front, and I don't think you can get away with half a size down.
Bigger house, bigger car, bigger jewels. You can never run a one who never tries to one up you. In my own league, let's see what it do. I do my own thing, straight G coming through. Put me in, coach.
Comfort wise, very comfortable. This feels very spacious. And I remember a time I took the granolas, so not this one, took the granolas, and the granolas has the mesh, it has the leather main layer, or the top layer, and then you got the mesh panels around those areas. And I took it when we went to the zoo in the summer, no problem, wore it all day. Kind of done probably 12 to 14,000 steps, very comfortable. Never felt any strain or sprain on my foot. Never felt my bridge was having a problem. Never felt my toes were too squashed. Just felt comfortable. As I said, it's a stable feel. It is not one of those trainers where you've got excessive cushioning, where you've got excessive technology within the trainer. It's just an all-rounder comfortable shoe, and the sizing, Puma's just got this right. So off the bat, put this on, no breaking period required. Straight on, get on with it, start doing what you're doing.
Good, thank you, I've been in the gym. Hit the tread, hit the bike, hit the core, hit the bench. Every issue, every inch, I swear I never flinch. I was humble with the best, now I deserve to win. Give me some in the tub, typing.
So after months of constantly refreshing the page on the internet, on that web page, on the Puma web page, the price drop moment, was it worth it? Honestly, yeah, it was. The timing, the price, the fact is Skepta's find a Puma sneaker, it all lined up perfectly. Because I thought I was going to wait a bit longer. This one took a bit longer. But this iteration of the Skope really surprised me in the best way. If you've been waiting like I did, now it's probably the best time. It's probably that sweet spot to buy this trainer. There's quite a few sites now that have given reasonable discounts on this trainer. It is almost half price. So with this price finally making sense, and when I say making sense, it's just because you know for a fact with these trainers, not a lot of attention, not a lot of people, there's not a lot of people who are looking to buy this or willing to buy it, or looking who find this a very trendy trainer, let's say. Then with the price drop, you know, it might be that time to actually give this pair a proper chance to have a look now. It's a reasonable price. It's more than reasonable for the quality of material you get, more than reasonable. So if you're on that fence, hopefully this video has kind of shown you something that will either move you into, yeah, I want to buy camp, or nah, that's it. Final boss, thanks Skepta for all you've done. Like, ta-da. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, then give it a like. If you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe. And then if you want to see some other scope reviews, then check this one or this one. And like that.
But we can still repent.